welcome to the Recovery Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Abbasi. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and stroke survivor. And today I wanted to talk about visualization and finding an inner retreat, especially in stroke and vestibular recovery, where some of us have been introduced to limitations on where we can travel. So this is something I talked to my psychiatrist about on Wednesday. And I just so happened to return from the gym about 20 minutes ago. That's right. I walked over to the gym. So we just have this small gym in my neighborhood by the clubhouse. And I decided I was going to go up there and just see what exercise I can do that doesn't hurt my head. So several people had recommended trying a treadmill. That way I can walk, but I'm standing still. So my issue that I was afraid of with the treadmill or any of those elliptical or stair or any of those machines is that even though you are kind of standing still, meaning you're not moving forward, you are still moving. So that motion of going up and down as you walk, and really there is kind of this, I don't know, strut. You know, we all have a strut, and there is a repetitive motion of movement that where our head like bounces a little bit while we walk. And that movement alone is one of the things that causes my symptoms to trigger. So I was nervous about it, but I thought, let's just do it. You know, let's just walk up there and see what I can do. So I got on an elliptical machine for 15 minutes. I did a whole 15 minutes. I put my earphones in and I'm listening to the Nightingale. I think that's what it's called, the Nightingale. Yeah. Um, and I closed my eyes and I did the elliptical for 15 minutes. And the gym is small enough that I didn't feel terribly silly or anything with my eyes closed. There were a couple other people in there. The digital screen in front of me, I thought about just being able to look somewhere on that screen, but the digital lights bothered my head. So I tried looking above it, but that motion of movement of my head triggered my symptoms. So the best thing I could do is put my headphones in and close my eyes and hold on and just move. So that's what I did. I definitely felt like 15 minutes was as much as I could do. Like I made the decision to stop because of my head rather than my legs or anything like that. So, I think it's positive that I was able to do that. I definitely feel like I need to take a nap now. I'm going to see if I might be able to find a few less triggering things to do for an hour or two and then take a nap this afternoon. But I think it's good. I think it's progress. But one of the things I was doing while I had my eyes closed was that visualization. And Autumn is barking, and I'm sure that's very loud in the microphone. Hey, Autumn. Hey, Autumn. Why don't we not bark? How about we not bark? No. Autumn, come here. Sit. Sit. No. Autumn. Sit. No. Sit. Be quiet, darling. Okay. I'm sure she'll bark again. So I apologize for that, but we're going to keep going. That's what we do here. So, I brought this idea of visualization. So while I was doing the elliptical, I'm listening to that book. So I'm visualizing the book, really, which is a little bit different, maybe. I don't know, of this idea of visualization that I brought up with my psychiatrist. So, what I told her is that a few days ago, I got my golden grams out to eat my breakfast because I love me some golden grams. And as I sat down to eat my golden grams, I envisioned myself at an Airbnb at the beach. Particularly with my family, one of our little family vacations. And I had this immediate feeling of like calmness and like everything was okay. And everything felt like at peace. And it felt like an escape from where I was. It felt like I, for a moment, was able to just relax into what I was doing. So I brought this up to her, and being an overthinker, I told her that I wasn't sure if that was okay, if it was healthy to do that, like is because what I've learned in my sobriety before I stopped drinking is that I was using alcohol as an escape. So I thought, is this manner of visualization healthy? Because it's really an escape from where I am. Um, we talked a little bit about how I I felt like should I mean it sounds silly when I say it out loud, but should I practice accepting where I am instead of wishing I was somewhere else? And she came back to me with the question of, is it realistic to not think of wishing you were somewhere else? Like we always wish that we were somewhere, do you wish that you were at the beach? Yeah, I wish I was at the beach right now. Or if you see like my brother, when he goes on vacation somewhere, I have a tendency to wish that I was there with him. So she encouraged me that that kind of thing is not unhealthy. And so we talked about visualization being my passport, visualization using my imagination. I remember a year ago or so, I did a podcast episode on imagination and how that can be healthy for us. So I guess I'm just revisiting that a bit. When I was eating my cereal, I just closed my eyes a little bit and I just visualized like being out on the back deck of this Airbnb and how the sun was like almost too hot while I was sitting out there and it was overlooking the water. This is a place that I was with my family a few years ago. And what I have heard is that when we do things like visualization, if we do it well enough and we do things like listen to meditative beach sounds and stuff like that, that my senses don't know the difference between me not really being there and visualizing that I'm there. Like my brain um, doesn't think otherwise. So meditation and visualization can allow me to explore beyond my physical limits. So at first, when I started thinking about this visualization thing, I told her there's this feeling of self pity that initiates that visualization. I feel like that I'm thinking, oh, poor me, I can't travel, I can't be at the beach. So visualizing being at the beach becomes a negative experience. And so we talked about sitting with that feeling of um, acceptance, like yes, I have a disability that doesn't allow me yet to travel. And and that is something that's my reality right now. And acknowledging that it's there and that I have a desire to go somewhere. And just reframing that mindset. Like, acceptance doesn't mean I'm pretending that I like where I'm at or what I'm doing. It's making peace with the reality of it. In sobriety, I told her in sobriety, it is unhealthy for me to wish I could drink. And so I think that's why I was overthinking this idea that wishing I could go on vacation or wishing I could do things that I physically can't do right now felt very similar to this wishing I could drink because it started off with that sense of self pity. I wish I could drink. Poor me. I can't drink like everybody else. I'm not going to have any fun for the rest of my life. That's how that started when I entered into sobriety. So I had to reframe my thoughts, but it was a different exercise then. It wasn't like accepting that I can't drink and then visualizing that I am. So it's very different that I would feel a little leery about visualizing doing things that I can't do. But it's natural to wish that things were different sometimes. But the key is recognizing what I can change and what I can't. So this is something that I'm trying to do a little more, and it's actually taking me to kind of a nice place. It's been really nice. Like yesterday, I did lay down to take a nap. I've been trying to do that every day until I start feeling better. But I put on a meditation from it's a YouTube channel called Boho Beautiful. They have like yoga, they have meditation. I think they even have like a Boho Beautiful shop with like, I don't know, yoga clothes or whatever, but they have some pretty good meditation. I don't know. I think I just Googled meditation and they came up. So I started listening to it and they had a lady's really peaceful voice. And in the background, it sounded like waves. So as I was laying there, I was visualizing different times in my life when I was at the beach and different people I was with. And it really made me happy. It made me happy to think about because when I put myself there, these people that I was with, many of them not alive anymore, unfortunately. It just so happens to be that way. If they were there, I had that sense of them being there, and it was so comforting. Um, so yeah, I think that visualization is something that I'm going to keep working on, and I would recommend giving it a shot. Like it's not it's being able to embrace the moment that you are in and adding to it. Like knowing that I can be here in my house eating my golden grams and just close my eyes and go wherever I want is has gotten me feeling a little hopeful and excited. It's like if I can't physically do these things, then why not just imagine it? Like I think using imagination and visualization is like super healthy exercise for my brain. And so that's what I'm going to do. And that's it. That's all I have for you today is this retreat within. And I'm going to try exercising it and let you know how that goes. So thanks for listening today. Use your imagination. Try to figure out where you can go today. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.